Thank you. Are we on? We're live. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Dharma discussion group this afternoon. And thank you, Khenpo Tenzin, for leading us in this discussion group. And if you want to begin with the opening prayers.
Oh, yes.
In the yellow prayer book.
Everybody open this yellow book, page number, this is the refuge part, the page number 4, and then page number 5, okay? Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay.
Okay, so many written questions have been submitted, but we will get to those after we have started with everybody here in the room. If anybody has a question they'd like to start our discussion with.
You said there are many questions in the
that were emailed in.
Emailed. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Then anyone would like to ask question or actually I would like to ask you the today's meditation part. Do you have a little bit ask? So my plans ask one by one, but if one of you share, for example, my question is, I say first we focus on the breathe in and out, and after a little while we say ah, and then what I thought is when we say ah, and then at that moment we did not have other thought, and feels very completely relaxed. I think that is authentic emptiness. That because that wasn't a fabricated emptiness. Fabricated emptiness is we making emptiness by our perceptions. So that's where I asked you to maintain on there. Actually, I lead shamatha meditation, but so did anyone experience them? Or you have how to say nothing? Man, not yeah. I'm sorry to say that. Yes, please.
Normally, when you have us rest on it's very nice for me, but today, all I did was just
fall asleep.
Yes. So,
Yeah, that's
normally, I really like it when you do that because it does. We're not expecting it. We don't know when you're going to do it, and then you say it, and it's just very nice.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, anyone? Actually, did it make sense? Okay, that's good. Or maybe you are through online. Yeah, maybe then we start from there. Questions.
Okay, there is a follow-up question online. It's, what does it mean when pain becomes bliss?
Pain becomes bliss is there are two. One is other. For example, if my meditation is very powerful, and then I have other small pain, like a mosquito bite or something like that, then I cannot feel it. I cannot feel that small painful feeling. But then another way is that the way of thinking, for example, this painful feeling purifies my negative karma. So that's where we turned that into the positive experience. So that's why there are two ways to pain becomes bliss.
Okay. Another question that came in on the email is, can someone use the multiplying mantras and mala blessings with any sadhana?
Can someone use
those multiplying mantras and the mala blessing with any sadhana?
Yeah, definitely. One can use that. And actually, you should know that you recite any kind of mantra, they automatically bless your one's mala. And there is also mala, special mala for blessing one's special. There is a mantra for particularly blessing malas. So actually it says 7 times or something, but one can recite more than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
another question from the same person. Can you count the Vajrasattva mantra that is said at the beginning and at the end of a sadhana toward your accumulation of 110,000 Vajrasattva mantras?
I think, I think actually one has really concerned about these numbers, so I should be very compassionate once. That's yes, okay. Maybe Vajrasattva punish me, but so I accept that. Yes. Okay.
Okay, here's a question from a student in Germany. And the topic is about physical reactions on the spiritual path. Is it possible that the body reacts with pain to animal foods due to spiritual development? For example, eating eggs. I think this person might experience pain when they eat eggs. And so they're asking, like, is it because it's an animal food? Are they experiencing pain when they eat eggs because it's an animal food?
So that means they eat animals' food.
No, they eat the animals.
Feed or eat?
Eat.
Eat.
They eat as their food animals.
Oh.
They have a hamburger or eggs or chicken. They're eating.
They're eating, yeah.
They're eating the animal.
Yes. Oh, that's then what is that?
And then they're asking, is it possible that they could experience pain in their body
After eat them.
after eating the animal?
Or pain one or these animals?
No. In the human body,
Okay.
they're asking, can they experience pain in their human body if they're eating an animal?
Oh my! That's maybe in German language. I can't understand German language, so I don't know how to understand that. Yeah.
I think they're wondering if, it's a negative. They're asking, is it a negative karma to eat an animal? So much so that they would experience pain in their own human body because they just ate an animal.
So, if I'm right, if I understand this question, then my answer is actually one. It depends with the practitioner. Some practitioners eat, for example, Gana Chakra, so practice, and inside has kind of some animals, how to say, like the meat or something like that. But then these practitioners has negative karma or not. That means they really, if they can bliss through Ong Ahong Hahoshi and the Ramyam Kam and so forth, and then they can eat through emptiness, then they will not experience that negative karma because they realize that these the substances of soul are the emptiness. And practice oneself is emptiness, and action of this eating and offering is also emptiness. I don't think so. They will experience negative karma, but in generally, we say whatever we do, sometimes through our three doors, body, speech, and mind, then everything is engaging negative karma. If we do not purify them, so that's where it's very possible to how to say the result is painful or something like that. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next question is from a student in Italy who is a doctor that helps people die. And he uses hypnosis for his patients to help guide their minds into a deep, relaxed state during difficult moments. And he is asking for your advice on what kind of words to use to help people with very severe, very, very sick illness, to help them not have fear and to reduce their pain. And he said most of them do not believe in Buddhism, and maybe they are Christian.
Yes. Actually, yeah, the words is, for example, say a mantra Hong and Ah are the very natural. Om Ah Hong is actually Om Ah Hong crossed all kind of the religious systems. That is a very, very natural sound. So that's where sometimes say Om Ah Hong, sometimes say only Om or Ah or Hong. One of these mantra, I think it's very blissful and very, very energetic word. And that is all the Yidam's common language according to Buddhism. And also these three words are the sounds of emptiness. So it naturally comes to us. So these sounds helps to reduce their painful feeling. If not, at least these words could be removed their painful feeling. If you cannot completely purify, eliminate, it reduce or falsely or so forth. That's where I think Om Ah Hong is the best one for them.
Okay, there's another question online from one of the students in the Zoom room. What does it mean when everything becomes bliss?
That means bliss, actually, we always think bliss is outside, but reality, bliss is inside. So that means, for example, if I give a very negative example, here I experience bliss. Unfortunately, my house damaged by earthquake there in front of me. But I will never shock. I'm not shocked. I'm not worried. But I'm not become indifferent. But my experience is bliss. Bliss is that means, yeah. And also another example is if my enemy come in front of me, and if I experience bliss, then my enemy cannot affect in my mind. So that's where if I have a physical problem or I have environment problems, doesn't matter. These problems cannot affect my mind. So bliss means joy, authentic joy. So that's where it has different layers according to Mahamudra and Zoba Jimbo. There are 4 joys. Actually, we count sometimes 5, but 4 joys. So that's where joy is perfect but not excellent, and then supreme joy, something like that. They are more progressive. So, but the bliss is actually another name of joy.
Okay, there's a question about mantras that I will summarize. If you could talk about the power of mantras and the importance of saying them correctly, and what is the best practice for mantra recitation through the day and night.
Actually, first I would like to say that actually that is part of a thought, but when we began this discussion, I recited the refugee part, and suddenly what I thought is, oh, at least I do not waste your time, because you all receive refugee vow, so you promised that or commitment in front of your guru and says that I will remember 3 jewels 3 times in day and night. But then honestly, if I ask you, did you think, can you think 3 jewels day and night? Always, every day and every night. Once a day, or if you not 3 times, one day remember 3 jewels, one night remember 3 jewels. Maybe I don't think you say 100% yes. I every day remember 3 jewels 3 times or 3 jewels 1 time every day. I never missing that. I don't think one has. I don't look down to you, but it's quite difficult. But then when we recite this prayer, like a refugee part, and then at that time you remember. So at least you purifies beginning samaya, or you maintain your samaya, that when you receive refugee vow, that your commitment, that you remember 3 jewels day and night. So that's one thing. And the mantra, as I often say, that mantra is the actually Yidam's language. That's what I said, that. And then mantra and languages are quite different. That is very important to understand. For instance, Tibetan language. Who created Tibetan language? Okay, I have an answer. That's created one minister in 7th century, Thuma Sambuddha. He went to India. He went with the 17 students, but the other students passed away on the obstacles on the road or path or so forth. Only he successfully accomplished. So he created Tibetan language. Similarly, all these English language and all the languages made by different kind of scholars. And of course, there are some blessings from different backgrounds. But these mantras are not created by human. Also, mantra did not created by Buddha. But the mantra is Buddha knows the special particles of interdependence. For example, scientists can make a fence. How can come fence? Wind or air from the fence. So that's where they connected like 4 different things, and then center makes small hole, and then this spinning that, and then air comes. They knows. Similarly, Buddha knows. Oh, these the water elements. This is the fire elements. This is the Dharma Dhatu elements. This is the wind elements. And then special, okay, then first these things are bring together. That's number 1. Number 2, the main reason I said it isn't or wasn't created by Buddha, that means the real printer of mantras are in our channel, in our channels. Usually we say chakras. We have thousands of chakras in our body. So inside of the chakras, there is a printer of mantra, printers. And then the wind, when we recite the Das mantra, at that time this wind comes there. And then this wind comes out. That's where then it blesses to other beings. And then this mantra is very, very blissful. So then we are going to recite correctly. That's very important. We are going to recite mantras correctly. Same like all language. For example, any other language, we say correctly, then everybody understand. If we say it incorrectly, it's difficult to understand. But occasionally, there is a say, some are, okay, another one. There's a wet, other story you often heard that. So another story is wet umbrella practice. Wet umbrella practice is one day, some says it's just kind of in the new century it happened, but that's I don't have proof that when it happened. But one old woman read or wet umbrella mantra. Then one Lama come. He always recite that near the temple. And then one day one Lama come through there, and then that Lama, every night he had a dream that wet umbrella is one yidam, yeah? And then, but one day he went to this, he circumambulate, at that time he heard that old women recite incorrectly wet umbrella mantra, and then he told her, "Oh, you are recite this incorrectly. This is incorrect." And then that's women regret about that. And then he went back, and at that night he was asleep, and then he has nothing that's dream about wet umbrella. And then he asked another guru, and what happened, and then they discussed, and then yesterday night, yesterday I met this one woman. She recited that incorrectly, and I told her recite it correctly, and something like that. Then that guru told him, gave pet instruction, and you are going to go back and then say whatever she recite, then it's okay. And then he said that, and then he come back, and again he got the same dreams. They say like that. So that's sometimes the power of faith seems it changed. One doesn't has faith, and then recite incorrectly, then mantra has no power. This recitation has no power. One has recite correctly, the mantras recite correctly, and then has a faith or realization, it has superpower. If one has can't recite correctly, but has a faith, then still is they have a good power. So that's what I think.
Okay, here's another question from another student. I don't really understand the first one well enough to ask it. So we'll go to the second one, which is, since Vajrasattva is the peaceful form of Vajrakilaya,
Yes.
can one visualize the Kila in the practice with Vajrasattva?
Yeah, actually, it's a great thing. I never think like that. So you already has a special idea. So whenever I remember Vajrasattva, bell with Vajra. But whenever I visualize Vajrakilaya, Kila in his hands. But you say these things is it's okay. Honestly, it's okay. It's a sweet question, but in the relative truth, it's quite unsuitable. Unsuitable. That means Vajrasattva is a peaceful deity. So in the reality, Vajra and Kila are same, 100%. It's same. But in the relative truth, Kila represent very sharp and wrathful ornaments, and so that's where My main answer is Vajrasattva already hold Vajra and Bell, so you maintain on there. It's better.
Okay, next question from the same student. I am experiencing medical issues that are most likely practice issues. I always go to the doctor to see if it is on a gross body level. Most of the time, they do not detect any issues physically. Can you speak about this? And can you also discuss ways to avoid meditation sickness?
They cannot detect means they can't find.
So the doctors, if he has some physical problems, but the doctors cannot find anything wrong.
Oh.
He's asking, is that because it's more like purification from the practice that he's doing? And so could you speak about that?
Yes, I met some Tibetans like that. When they went to the doctor and this doctor says, you have no problem. And then they were pain and sick and they can't walk. So that is actually a proof that we have karmic result. So actually this meditation benefit, that meditation benefit, I have lots information about that. And I already shared and still I have a lot to share about that. But sometimes I don't like to share very specifically one for this, one for that. If one just meditate, doesn't matter, Yeda meditate, Shamatha, Vipassana, whatever, for a minute, then one builds great merit. As this morning Rinpoche mentioned that sometimes if one cultivates through great efforts as a mountain, or cultivate a small merit as a fire spark, then he said that the fire merit like a fire spark is very powerful and very beneficial. So that's where meditate or recite whatever is you have opportunity, where is open. And then, for example, meditation or chanting or practice whatever, I think one should do that. And then and the one thing is, don't think, oh, this is my negative karma, I did some wrong things, I'm not a good person. Don't blame by yourself, but try to the best thing is, it's quite difficult, but the best thing is, oh, no, I have a golden opportunity to purify my negative karma through my practice. So that's, I think, my suggestion.
Okay, can you also discuss ways to avoid meditation sickness like lung?
Lung.
Yeah.
Lung. I think it's I don't know who are you, but then right now, so otherwise, if you have a little bit the experience about Amitoyo practice, and then the main thing is this commonly shared by Lord Jigten Sunggung. Through Kaju lineage. So number one is don't do too much with inner wind. If one incorrectly did something through inner wind, one has lots of problems. So that's where the natural hold the very gentle inner wind. That is actually most of masters said Vajrayana is excellent. Only Vajrayana can do like channels and wind. But Jigten Sunggung said not only Vajrayana, Sutrayana has a very special wind, inner wind practice. That is, he says, Lungmen Zimba, don't hold your ears, but naturally relax your body straight like this. And then at that moment, the upper wind comes down and through area of your abdomen or the below navel, and the lower wind comes up. So there are naturally one can build a vast air or wind, and then one focus there, and then once through other part of the channels, they all move the very healthy wind or air in through one's channels. So that's where then it gives lots of healthy, life, or it support to one's health. And the proof is then once meditation or practice is going very well, one's mind becomes clear. So that's Jigten Sunggung mentioned that. So you try to do that. 100% sure. I will tell you one thing. If you hold the breath, the heart chakra, it's very very important place. The heart, this area. We call Dharma well chakra or something so forth, but sometimes that is not right place to hold the inner wind. But if you hold your wind, the area of navel, 100% sure it does not make any problem your health. It little bit lead your sleepy or something. Sometimes it's okay. But otherwise, so that is what my suggestion. Hold your ear. Hold means a little bit straight your body, and then in the upper. Yeah, I don't think I need to repeat that. So then little focus there. The mind and the ear comes together. So that's where, and then karma. Amitoyo has different colors through the chakras. So your longevity life is relevant. Amitoyo is related to your navel area. So that's why if you hold here, your focusing and ear keeps ear that way, then it's support to your health. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next question by the same person. Can we visualize the Hung in the color of the part of the body mandala we are targeting, like focusing on? For instance, if we target our stomach with yellow light, the Hung seed syllable is visualized as yellow?
Oh, that will be okay. If you are going to only focus home, and then different place has different colors. Yes, we say this navel area is actually quality, Buddha's quality mandala. So that's where this navel is the also kingdom of the wind, inner wind. So that area, if you are going to visualize say, yellow hong, if that is your favorite color, that is not a mistake. Most of the time we visualize she there or something like that. But there are different mantras. It depends with the different sadhanas and practices. Not always one color and not always one mantra there. So it will be okay.
Okay, this is another student who is trying to understand inherent existence.
Mm-hmm.
this idea of inherent existence.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give a working definition of inherent existence?
The definition of inherent existing is non-existing. Non-existing means right now, the reason I say non-existing, because right now we perceive existing means these things. So inherent is not like this. Inherent is inherent means actually forever, always like that, or always one thing, unchangeable, and unfabricated. So there is a thing, if you try to find inherent existing, and then you are searching that, you cannot find. You can find some, but that is not authentic one. But inherent existing means the nature of all the phenomena. Nature of all the phenomena. So nature of your, for example, perception. Nature of your perception, as we did today on the meditation, so first you say that is fabricated when you through your perception. Yeah, you perceive and then after a little while and it goes, and then this how to say disappear, and next there's nothing new things, no any new things come there and go there. So one is kind of a rest in the very rest, or one is one reaches on the very kind of empty space. For a moment there is right, there is no right, wrong, yes, no, good, bad, but feeling is very kind of relaxed. That is inherent. So whenever, so that's where, if you are going to find inherent exist, you are going to meditate, and then one should experience that, and then maintain on there.
Okay, so there are many more detailed questions about this notion of inherent existence. The next one is, what, if any, is the relationship between inherent existence and empty space?
I cannot answer because my stomach. Just kidding. That inherent existing and interdependence has a relation or not, is I have both answers, yes or no. But first I'm going to answer no part. Because whenever we say this existing, whether inherent or existing, if we have this perception, these are the not true nature. This book, this bell, vajra, they all not inherent things. Inherent means kind of not natural. So emptiness also has different two kind of emptiness: fabricated and unfabricated. Fabricated emptiness is not inherent phenomena. So that is if you establish, where is I? My head is not I. My legs are not I. Oh, so no, I cannot find I. So that is the emptiness, selflessness. that is not true emptiness. That is fabricated emptiness. That is a very good emptiness, but not excellent. And then they have in the, whether we say, in this case, inherently existing. Why do we use existing? I don't think we are going to use existing. Inherently, all the true emptiness is emptiness. We don't say it's existing. I think you can debate with me, but today I would like to say not existing. Not existing. Dharmakaya is not existing. So then Vajradhara is not existing. But then you ask me, Dharmakaya is non-existing? And then I answered, no. So then I make confuse you. Definitely, that we often confused when we discuss about Madhyamaka. I discussed many times. And then, if it's, I said, exactly, we asked Nagarjuna, is something is emptiness or not emptiness? He did not answer both ways. So that is it. Then we can, it comes from experience. But we always just hold the power of experience, or experience. Experience is also not highest level. So there is the highest level means then in Dharma words, ramjam. Ramjam means how to say, kind of boundless. Yeah, boundless. That's all. That's yeah. So that is true emptiness, and then existing isn't related that in this case.
Okay, I think you've answered the emptiness questions. And so that we have completed the questions that were emailed.
Yeah.
So if anyone else online or in the room has a question, or if Khenpo Tenzin has a question.
Maybe, do you have questions? Maybe here, yeah. I'm pointing here. There. No questions?
Everyone understands everything.
Yes. That's, yeah, I have actually already would like to ask one by one the questions about our meditation today's. So that's when we meditate on the slipper and sometimes I let you say Hong. So do you feel the meditate say and then seems your meditation goes well, or do you feel say Hong makes a more kind of your meditation is kind of real meditation? Palos? Yeah.
Thank you, Khenpo. Okay, so during my meditation, I found that when you say it brings about a feeling of relaxation. And then today I try to do Hong and then Pe, and I was able to feel emptiness, but I wouldn't really call it relaxation. You know, it was a good mix. But then what helps me come back to my center is when you take us through the breath.
Breath, yeah.
Because I'm focusing on the breath and my body and what it's doing.
Oh.
And so at that moment, my any and every other thoughts just go away.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sometimes I should lead Vajra on recitation. Some says it's too early, but I think it's important. So sometimes we quite a long time meditate with the breath. Is it? Oh yeah, Zaki, yes.
Yeah, Kambula. So for me, like today, for example, when you say the ah syllable and then you ask us to meditate and rest, right? It's a very nice experience, and all the thoughts are kind of like quiet down and dissolve, a little bit spacious experience. But then sometimes after some time, again, thoughts coming up, right?
Oh yes.
And then at that time, I find that if we use the hung, right, then it can kind of cut those thoughts.
Oh yes.
So, but you have to notice, because sometimes it's thinking, and then suddenly realize like, thinking.
Oh yes.
Then we can use the hung, and it's a little bit more sharp, yeah, to cut.
Oh yes.
But I think this experience, it's very spacious and very like nice.
Oh.
And then after some time, if the thinking is coming again, then like you said, we can use the hung. It's a little bit more sharp, yeah, to cut like something when it comes up, maybe like this, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Adrian or Paul?
Thank you, Khenpo. So for me, so my experience was when you say then kind of everything stops. So all the thoughts stop. But I was just experiencing a little bit of sort of physical discomfort. So that's when I kind of recall about this physical discomfort, then thoughts start to arise. So and then in that case, I just try to relax the body, and then it all goes away. But if a subtle thought arises during this time, so works like very, very good. So it just cuts it.
No.
So that's was my experience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we all have one habit is yes, Paul. One habit is most of the time during the meditation, we feel we don't want to move our body. Many meditators become familiar, so they don't want to move. That's excellent. But one thing is sometimes our physical pain or hurts, it take away our informations, our attentions. So that's why we cannot maintain on this meditation. So, for example, if I give you an example, first when I say it's like a river just coming. And then after it's like a finish, say through mind, then it becomes like that river kind of merge into the big ocean. Dharma is very open and relaxed there. So then after relax there for a little while, and then if I'm hurts my knees, suddenly my brain knows that I'm hurts. Give me message, for example, and then what should I do is I'm going to adjust my knees, my posture, and then very gently, don't disturb right and left the meditators, and then again start again. So I think that will be great. Otherwise, we just hold. Then with the painful experience, and then meditation doesn't go well, and then that's I think it's better. But when we have time, at least we often meditate slowly physical becomes familiar easily. So first it hurts some everywhere, but slowly, sometimes you guys do that. You stay on in the temple, suddenly don't focus inside, and just scan your body, and where is uncomfortable or nodes or something, then unnodes and adjust, stay comfortably. There is a saying in the meditation path instructions. If one's body is very comfortably keeps, very comfortable, one keeps very comfortable posture, and then meditation naturally grows in the mind. That is what's very true. And then sometimes you watch your body, and everywhere part is very comfortable, and then it's, if you watch means your wisdom mind, okay? And then when you watch it, you feel it's like you are looking through a glass window. There's nothing, almost you don't feel that you are on the meditation cushion. So very light. And then you can meditate very well. But that you all very good. Thank you so much. Okay, anything? Oh, there's one. Is it?
There's a question online.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your name is.
You can call me Three Hearts or
Three
Elizabeth.
Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was
Three
just
Heart
going to
Elizabeth.
say, whom
Yeah.
is when I need to be
Thank
woken
you.
up. Someone said it already. I think it's connected to mindfulness.
Oh, thank you.
And
How to increase mindfulness? That's your question, yeah?
no, I'm saying whom increases my mindfulness.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much.
I've been working for years trying to increase my mindfulness, and then hey, or what's the other one? That's relaxing. And so when I'm feeling agitated, works, and when I'm feeling sleepy, then whom works.
Oh.
So they both have different jobs. And you didn't understand my question about mindfulness, about bliss, but I'll ask it next week.
Thank you so much. And then may I ask answer this first the question? It's how to increase mindfulness. Is that I already answered or not? Do you see it there?
Yeah, I see it there.
Oh,
You can answer it.
Yeah. We left only 3 minutes. So how to increase mindfulness is always be mindful. The one thing is you promise that you make a session, for example, today, for example, morning, you wake up. Every morning when I wake up, I'm going to say 100 times home. Whether you can sit like this way or you still into your blanket, it doesn't matter. Say home, 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 home. 100 times, 1 cycle of mala, for example. It doesn't matter you don't have mala, then just say 100 times. So then you build mindfulness there. And then after that, about the lunch time, you are going to say home, and same as focus the home. Like at that time, that moment, the home is like a heartbeat, like a home, 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 home. So 100 times do that. So this our mind and baby children, I think which age, maybe I don't know, maybe 7 months. It's quite similar. That means children, they start to walk, but they can't. They maybe 1 step or 2 steps and fall down. And then I remember my mom did that, and they hold the kids 2 hands, and then she has a sweet language. It's not Tibetan only, but she said, Azazi Gompa Buddha means I don't know the real meaning, but and she let them walk one by one, little bit, and then let go. Then she left in hand and let come little bit, and one step or two step, and then hold again, and she used that language just like that. And then similar, then everybody can walk. Like this, you say 100 times like a hong, maybe you can't say 100 times perfectly, first, second, third time, but eventually you can do it successfully. That means your mind becomes stability, and then eventually then your mindfulness become excellent. Okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, all of you, for sharing all of your experiences and ask wonderful questions. Thank you. And then please open page 28. Again, we are going to think bodhicitta. Give rise bodhicitta, okay? Chanjo Zenjo Rinpoche Ma Je Ba Na Je 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 Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Ya Gong Ne Gong De Me Wa Shu. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise, in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Khenpo. Thank you, everyone. And please gather your questions for next time, next Sunday. Take care. Be well. Everyone's sound is on, so they can say goodbye to Khenpo online.
Thank you, Khenpo. Be well.
Thank you, Khenpo. Thank you, Khenpo Tenzin.